Afternoon, guys. It's the recap. Hope you guys are good. I'm with you this afternoon. Roger's still unable to make it. I'm stepping in once again for him this afternoon. Hope you guys had a good one. Good morning. We had a fantastic session in the morning. A lot of laughter. And if you missed that, V, please check it out on YouTube. All right. You can go to YouTube. Just go to Quick Trade and check it out. Good afternoon. Guys, don't forget the reminders here. Cutoff for withdrawals Mondays to Fridays at 1500 hours. And Saturdays, don't forget at 9 a.m. And then remember, QTE is a FSP, a licensed FSP, and a licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider. All right. If that's it. I'm sure we can push. Are you guys ready to go? There are a few guys that are still coming online, but we're going to push nonetheless. And then obviously don't forget these phases here. As always, I keep them consistent, always mentioning them. Your accumulation phase, your breakout phase, and your movement phase. These phases happen all the time. To the guys joining for the first time today, I know there were a few guys here this morning that was here for the first time. Just remember, whenever you're looking at these phases, whether you're trading them on a shorter time frame or a longer time frame, it doesn't matter. The only difference is that the higher time frames or longer time frames, your monthly, weekly, daily, specifically your monthly, these phases take longer to form. And when you go to a shorter time frame, they form quicker, but they are there. All right. So just make sure that you are aware of that. All right. You guys ready to go? I'm ready to go. I want to go and see what's happened with the dollar. If there's been any change, guys, normally you'll see when we do the recap. All right, when we do a recap, hold on for me 1 second, guys. Hold on for me 1 second. When there is a recap, we normally look at what has happened in the morning. Are we together, guys? All right, just give me a second. I'm just checking something here. Can everybody see my screens? Can you guys hear me loud and clear? I hope you can. So when we do a recap, all right, I'm seeing the yeses. Beautiful. Thanks, guys. When we do the recap, we're going to see what's happened, if anything's changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. All right. We work with what the market gives us here. All right. So let's start it off. Here's the dollar. Here's the dollar now. What we can clearly see in the dollar movement is that we are now proceeding a little bit lower. Yes, it's Vedna. I know, I saw it. Yes, that's why I mentioned the time frames now, because I know you joined this morning. All right. So what we can see is the dollar index. We are currently at the 110 area. It's the trading room. Vedna, it's the trading room. It's the you're with me this morning. All right. Guys, I'm going to continue here. So this specific zone, guys, looks like it could be violated. If it is, then we could go down now further to the 108 area. All right, the 108 areas. Everybody with me there, guys? All right, everybody with me? So if a daily candle closes beneath here, then there's a very big chance we're going to push down to the 108 area. Now that obviously lets us know that the other securities that we are trading, all right, there is some more upside there, and that is anti-dollar. So let's go and look, because nothing's changed. The dollar is still weak. Nothing's changed. All right, the dollar is still weak here. Let's go to the MT5. Give me a sec. All right, here we go. Let's move over to the NASDAQ first. Let's go and look at the indices, if there's been any change there. The last time we checked it out, we were at a resistance. There was a bit of a retracement that happened over there. All right, nothing has actually changed here. Look at this accumulation period here for the day. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this accumulation period here? That's the entire day, just so you know. This is the entire day's movement, which is not good. All right. Now we had it yesterday as well. Look at that. We had it yesterday. and then look at that push up. Now we've come back in again and we're accumulating. We still, guys, there's a very big chance we could get some more downside here. Because some guys will interpret it as the following. Look at this. They will interpret this. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. Everybody with me here? Some guys will interpret it like that. So please just make a note of that. We could see some more downside here. Please make a note. 11191. 11191. 11191. Now you see, Jacob, this is the problem. This is the problem. It's not supposed to be like that. All right. We're supposed to see some upside. Are we together? Because the dollar's weak, but that's the obscurity. It's the things I've been mentioning for the past months, is that when fundamentals come into play, when there's a lot of high impact news, it messes up with the correlation. So by default, we are supposed to go up here if the dollar here at this point is weakening. But we're seeing that, you know, this has a weakness. This could turn into a short. But when you go back to the dollar now, that's the problem. If we reject here, the only way it's really going to work out nicely, if we reject here and we push up from there, then we see the downside come. I hope you understand the difference there. If we see a rejection here, if the rejection comes here today, that means that the dollar is strengthening a little bit. So if the dollar is strengthening a little bit, then obviously that strength of the dollar filters through to the NASDAQ in a weak state or in a weakness. That's the difference there. All right. So it's very, very tricky here when you're looking at it. All right. So please be careful. Let's go to S&P 500. The same thing's happening here. It's come back into accumulation. But this one doesn't have that head and shoulder like you see on the NASDAQ. Look at the NASDAQ and look at the S&P. Can you see that, everybody? So this is really a big problem. This is really a big problem. If you're trading it, that's what I'm referring to. All right. So let's pop this one. Let's just see what the Dow Jones looks like. Look at this, man. It's really obscure. All right, look at this. Same here today. That's today's movement. Scary, actually. Look at this. That's today's movement. Can you guys see that? Everybody clear there, guys? Let me just make sure everybody's clear. Afternoon, Solly. Afternoon. All right, so everybody's clear here. All right. Brent, 92.85. Obed, this is crazy. 92.85. We are still in a range here. Can you see the range? We need a breakout. We need a breakout here. If we can get a breakout there, that would be wonderful. At least will give us some indication of movement. Is everybody clear there, guys? It's the thing when it comes to a recap, guys. We got to work and move in what the price is showing us. Hold on. Hold on for me here. So at this point, if you look on a weekly chart, we are above that pivot point there, which is good, but from there to there, hold on for me. So can you see the zone here, 95? There, that will be the next zone, which is just 29 pips away. That's the challenge. It's all all of these areas are so close together, and look at it's $95 a barrel. So the bigger that specific security, the more distance there is. It's because it's such a small one. All right. If this was like gold, for example, gold is 1,700, 1,600. All right, dollars an ounce there. So here, because it's 95, look at the amount of numbers that's before that specific decimal point. So the higher that number there, the more distance you have in between the pips, because that specific security is very large. So this one is still pretty small. And so it's only in the tens. All right. So that makes it a bit of a challenge. You got to leave it to run for, much wider areas, or at least bigger distance from there to there, as an example. So if it stretches from there to there, you can make some good money. But because it's a smaller security index that's measuring the movement of the oil, all right, you are settling for shorter movements like 31 pips. So when it comes to oil, looking at it from a higher time frame is more profitable if you are trading it with smaller risk. If you're trading it with smaller risk, you have to wait for it to push up further up, and that's the challenge here. All right, the same with WTI, the same concept will apply. If you're using smaller risk, you have to leave it to run for wider distances. In this specific case, it's only in the tens. This one is 86, so it's even smaller. Is everybody clear with what I just mentioned there, guys? Now, if you look at the NASDAQ or the Dow Jones, look at the Dow Jones, 32,000. So the distances from there, look at that, from there to there, just from there to there is 117 pips. All right. So yeah, so there's a lot of guys, they like to trade bigger indexes because there's more money in it. People are trading them, they're more active, and so they can make a whole lot of more money with short term, or with less cash. All right, so they can make that 80 rand, that 800 rand, that 1,000 rand, that 500 rand with an index of this size. But WTI Brent, you got to wait for distances to go. Okay. If you go to USD Swiss franc here, guys, look at this. This one is rejecting. Look at that, at that 50% area here. It's rejecting right there. So what we would need then, we would need price or daily candle to close beneath that zone, and then we can take it down for extra 91 pips. You can obviously risk it and just say, listen, I'm just going to leave it to run if you short it. And that's if the dollar keeps on weakening, then obviously this plays out very nicely, but there's a bit of a rejection. All right. But I do still see the downside here, though. Is there anyone that's still interested in shorting this down? If you are, I can do a bit of risk and reward, because I still see a bit of downside here. All right. I still see a bit of downside here. To the conservative trader, 98644 would be a nice close. Anyone that would like me to do some risk and reward in this one? Anyone? Right. Please note that you are trading it in a more risky zone. All right, Nail? If you're going to go in now, if you're going to go in now at this moment in time, you're trading it in a riskier zone. So remember, it's not broken beneath the 98644. It's if you go in now at market execution, it's about a 200 rand there reward, and you got about 105 there as a risk. All right, but just remember, from an hourly perspective, your stop loss is in today's range. Now, Ash, what do you mean by today's range? Because guys, sometimes this stop loss can be over there. That means it's not in today's range. It's in the range of yesterday and the day before. So if you're going to take this specific trade, your stop loss is in today's range. The candles did reach there. The candles was there. So please just be careful with this one if you are going to take this thing short. I did say to you that if you're going to take it down, you have to know that it must close beneath that area that I've just mentioned. At this point in time, We are still rejecting there. Is everybody clear that we're still rejecting? All right. Can I move on? Can I move on here, guys? I'm going to go to, you're welcome, Neo. I'm going to go to USD CAD. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Actually went to that zone there and rejected. Look at this. It actually went to that zone, 1.3. There. I want you to see what it's in alignment with. You see what it's in alignment with, guys? See that there? Look at that. It came down to that zone there. So it was pretty accurate. All right, it was pretty accurate, pretty accurate. What was the forecast though? 50 basis points. What was the forecast? What was the forecast? 75. That's why. The actual was less. Okay, the actual was less than the forecast. So that's 0.75%. But the forecast did not pan out, and so we dropped. But remember that now, Fani, that is just a market reaction. AUD USD, nothing's changed here. We're gonna go we're gonna go to German 30 now. All right. I just want to finish off with these dollar pairs, guys. There's nothing here yet. We're still more or less at the same place. All right. We pushed up this morning, but it's accumulating now. When did it push up like this? This was at 8 a.m. We weren't even in the trading room at that time. All right. So it was at 8, 9. We weren't even in the trading room. So from where we were around here, price has done absolutely nothing yet. So that's where we were. When we came into the trading room, that's where price was. So there's not, yeah, that's when we came in. So from there till now, that's quite a few hours. And all it's done, it's just accumulated. But guys, there's a very big chance we could see some more upside here, okay? We could see some more upside here if it closes like this today. Everybody clear there, guys? Let's go to the NZDU. Look at this. Looking good so far. It's looking good so far, guys. So if I zoom out, remember we're looking for a long. And I said to you 58161. All right. Hit stop loss if you're using emergency exit. All right, Fani? Emergency exit is different from a conventional stop loss. All right, so this one looks good. 58161. 58161. If a daily closes above there, that's a very nice place for us to go and enter. But let's watch it, guys. Let's see if anything happens. Please, will you please write that down for us, guys? Because I think Roger will be in tomorrow. So what I would like for you is that if we get a close above the 58161, that could be a nice trade there for tomorrow. So please write that down. Break above 58161, exit there at 60523. So break above 58161 and then exit there at 6523. That's 0.6523. Everybody got that? GBP USD. Nothing here yet. We've hit the 116. So this was also spot on. TP was hit there, 116, 1.16194. Very nice. But we needed to break that area there before we get into some more. See, we needed to break there. 1.16. If 1.16 is not broken, guys, it might be too much of a risk to get in. So 116 was hit nicely, but we still needed to break. Okay. Then the Euro USD, there was a long there. Wait, hold on. Just before we go, the gold. Look at this, Henny. Now it's only sitting there. Now it's sitting there. Look at that. Rejects, it's sitting there. Why did it just give us that movement down yesterday and then come and sit there today? Isn't it so? It just could have just gone down, you know, but I guess that's, you know, it's just the way it is. Could have, you know, it's not just sitting. It's not even going up further. It's not even going up further. We would have loved for it to go up further. Guys, I'll say this again. This is what me and Henny we were looking at. We were looking from there. We wanted it to drop, right? But then instead it goes up. So now look at this. This from that area to that area there, that's 325 pips. All right. Remember the index here, 1,600. Okay. So it would have been nice if they just gave us the drop here. Or we're together, but look at how much pips we wanted there. And maybe if we took it to from there to there, that's 166. So we could have got a nice 166, and then from that go out, because now it's standing still there. It might as well just have given us our money, you know, but I guess it's just what it is, yeah. All right. I just want to quickly chat about that CAD CHF there. This one is dropping down, but we have an emergency exit. Emergency exit the daily. Here it is right here. Hold on for me. Emergency exit 72576. 0.72576. So if the daily closes above, not above, beneath here, then we get out. But at this point, there's a rejection there. So that's brilliant. There's a rejection. All right, 72576. That's the emergency exit. This will make a lot of guys stress. That must be, look at this, that here has to be balanced. That's a gap. That shows you there was slippage here. A huge amount of money that came into and drove the price down, and that creates gaps. Can I say that again? When you see a large volume of money coming into the market, it's falling through like a roof, like put an elephant, you know, on the third story, and that weighs over a ton, right? And let's say it's drywall. I don't know if I'm using drywall, but just put an elephant there, you're gonna have problems. Are we together? That's the closest I can come to explaining what a large amount of money can do. It's like an elephant flying or going through drywall. Is everybody clear there? And that's what high impact news does. So that gap needs to be corrected at some point. It's going to be corrected. Is everybody clear there? 7245. Yes. Yes, but I don't know if you're with me when I said to you that there is emergency exit. If you hit the stop loss, that was going to be a higher risk. So there was a stop loss and there is an emergency exit. I gave both. All right, both emergency exit and stop loss. So the emergency exit, and remember, you use them interchangeably the way you'd like. So I'm watching this one here. I am still in a long here, and I'm waiting this 72576. If the daily doesn't close beneath there, I'm not going to get out. It's just a scare tactic, irrespective. All right. Let's go to USD JPY. The downside is coming here. Look at that. 145. I'm still stuck on that 145.319. I still think we're going to come down till there. All right. And look at this. If I go to, it's still there. Look at that dollar index. It's fighting. It's fighting, but look at that. It's created now a new low here. Can you see that, guys? That's a new low. That's lower than that area there. So it tells you that obviously price is being driven down. Is everybody clear with this here, guys? We just need to do Euro USD, and I had a better chart. The last time I checked the Euro USD, looks like we're still going up here. Looks like it's finished its rounds. All right, we're gonna have to watch this one. Okay, so if you still, is there anyone that actually took this trade here, Euro USD? Anyone that actually took this trade here? Anyone? All right, so you should still be in profits. If you took it, you know, at the bottom here. All right, so just watch it very carefully, okay? Watch the dollar and watch this one very carefully, okay, everybody? Please, as I always say to you guys, if you go into a trade, you monitor it, all right? And gas, we said we're waiting. Look at that. And gas, nothing here at this point in time. Euro CHF, we're looking for a long here, but we need to break that area there, as you can see, 99348. Once we've broken 99348, let's see if we can find something. Ah, beautiful. This is a beautiful trade. This is a beautiful trade. Can you see this? Absolutely stunning. Please write this down for me. Pietro, that sell. Please be careful, all right? That's how you lose all the money you've gained. You just came out of a buy, and now you want to sell it again. If it continues to go up, you're going to get into trouble, all right? You got to know when to pull the plug, move to another security. Are we together? If you're going to sell it now and that thing goes back up, you're going to get into trouble. That's how guys lose their balance. All right. So you got to learn when you've made a profit, you take your profit, move over, look at it as something else. So here's another opportunity you could look at as an example now. So above that 99348, we want to take it to 1.02995. That's 300 pips. Let's cut that in half. All right, here we go. You can take it from there, take it up to 1.01176. So there's two zones here, guys. The first one from there to there. Please make a note of that. The second trade, all right, there's actually three trades here. You can leave it to run from there to there. The third trade is to get out there, take it from there to that zone there. But this is the zone of 300 pips that we've now demarcated. You got to choose. There's three options here. So it's either you're going to, you know, you're going to risk it. Okay, and remember, when I say risk it, I'm saying any trade you take, you're risking. Any trade you take, it's a risk. Doesn't matter, you know, if you're using a 0.01 or one standard lot or 1.00. All right, any trade. So there's three options. You can take it from there to there, which is 182 pips. Then you get out. Then you take it once more from there to that zone there, 184. Everybody clear with that? Can I just say it one more time? The two zones, the first TP, most recent one, is 1.01176. All right. And then the second one there, guys, is 1.02995. Everybody got it? 1.02995. But then please write this down as a very important point. 0.99348 is the breakout area. Please write that down. 0.99348. Please write that down. 0.99348. If you're going to take that trade now, there's a very big chance this could happen. Could. Big possible word there. Could. See that zone there? There's a possibility price could come down. You see that? To come and link up with that support there. Can you see it? So if it comes and it comes down till there, then you're going to be in a deficit. So you want it to break above that zone. Why? So it moves in alignment with that area there. So if it breaks above, we could see it do this, something like this. Just drawing you kind of a picture there, what it could look like. But the problem I have with this, look at all of these daily candles here. It's all coming together, which is a sign of what? What's that one word there? What's the one word there? Lots of green candles. Zev says spring. Anyone else? Anyone else? Zev, I'll just go over that. Exhaustion. Yes. Let's give funny around there. Exhaustion. I mean, it's taken how many days, Zev? Funny, man. All right, it's taken one. Hold on. There. From that area to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 9th day. That's more than a week. Does that make sense, everybody? That's a lot of exhaustion there. So I'm afraid if you take this long now, I'm not saying it won't go up. No. We're still looking for the long. But the challenge is that could happen first before we go up. Does that make sense? Obed, does that make sense? Henny, does it make sense? So please, guys, see that. All right, we got to see the possibilities of what could happen, not just what is happening. All right. Can I move? GBP CAD. This one, this morning, we analyzed it this morning, man. I actually missed this one, you know that. I analyzed it this morning, Teresa. I actually didn't bring this up in the trading room. And this was a very nice trade, actually. This morning, can you see here? I don't know why this slipped my mind. Okay, but it hit the TP. Let's look for another one. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, 159. Please write that down for me. Write this down for me. If we get a candle that closes above the 157, can you see the 157 there? 157. There. Then we take it to 1.59652. Please write this down. Breakout area 1.57699. 1.57699. Exit 1.59652. Breakout area 1.57699. Exit 1.59652. And we're trading ranges now. This is ranges. So the risk is higher here. From there to there. Can you see it? There to there. Everybody with me? Petro's asking, what about a selling gold? Petro? The problem with gold, and I can actually give Henny the mic. You sell that gold now, and that dollar goes down. You're going to sit in problems. Are we together? So let's go to gold. I'm going to go back again, all right? But let's just go to gold. You sell this now, no problem. You can, if you want to. But if this guy comes down later tonight, see, that's the problem. It's balancing on the support. So what we would want this to be more solidified and say that this is a stronger support. If it's not a stronger support and this sucker comes down tonight, that gold pushes up, your sell decapitated. It's over. Tomorrow you're crying. Well, not crying physically, but literally, but you know what I mean, isn't it so? So, and you know what? I think Petro is mentioning or asking important questions. Are we together, guys? And let me just tell you the reason why I believe that it's important questions is because this is the kind of stuff that got me into trouble too, Kimmy. V, it got me into trouble when I was starting out. All right. So what would happen is I'd buy, make some profits. Are we together? And then we forget that what is the overall movement here and what is happening with the correlating factors like the dollar. So you'd see it push down like this and you'd think that, okay, we're going to go short now. But because I wasn't schooled or well-versed, because nobody taught that to me. Remember, guys, when you buy strategies from people, can I just say this to you? When you buy a strategy from someone, that person teaches you about the strategy. Is everybody with me? But they don't put in there, watch out for, if this happens, that could happen. Does that make sense, everybody? They don't say that to you. So now it becomes frustrating because then you trade in accordance with what they said. They said step 1, draw your level. Step 2, put your RSI on. Step 3, go to that specific entry and enter. But then the dollar moves and then yours goes sideways and then you're like, but I paid 10,000 Rand. Why is the strategy not working? Is everybody with me? So in as much as it may seem like it's coming down, if the dollar weakens, the opposite is happening here and we're pushing further up. That is a problem. All right, Pat? All right, there we go. Good. And it's like I said, I'd rather spend a couple of seconds talking or speaking about that so that you don't get fooled by the people out there. Is everybody with me? Because people out there, let's be honest, they don't care about your family, ladies and gentlemen. They don't care about your kids. You must have milk and you know that you have to pay bills and you want to learn. They don't care about that, you know. And the sooner we, as people, you know, I don't know if there's anyone on here, and maybe you, I mean, because this is also psychological. Tell me, is there anyone here that believes that you get you know, all good people? Honestly, I mean, you know, like, you know, I know people that says you just get good people. That may be true to a certain mind, but come on, guys, you know, if you have to be honest here, yeah, you know, it's a bit of a crazy one. All right, NZDJPY. Let's look at this one here, guys. Also, just on that, Henny, think about this. Kimmy, Teresa, Obed, think about this. V, if you say you're always positive, let me put you at a robot, all right? And then once you're at the robot, because you say you're always positive now, okay, always positive. All right, so I'm going to put you at the robot, and let's allow one guy in front of you just to stand there and let 30 cars pass, whilst you standing behind. Are you good? Oh, you know what? Let's drop the scales. 5 cars or 10 cars. And you standing behind this guy, and this guy's a good guy. This guy's like, yeah, no, you know, give people chances, let them pass. You standing behind him, and you're saying you're always positive. In that moment, I can guarantee you today, you're gonna blow that horn. If it's 10 cars and he's saying, hey, man, hey, man, just go. Let's give people chance. You tell him, hey, that's how you think. But I have to go. We're at Lala. Does that make sense, everybody? Everybody with me there? So we have to be real with ourselves here and say, if it's not time to go in, it's not time to go in. Henny, the testing of patience there, you will get tested. All right, but it's not like the queues, Mr. H. It's not like the queues, because there you choose to go stand in the longest queue, so you know you got to wait for it, right? But if you're not choosing to stand behind that guy, there's a test coming right there, all right? All right, me, I'll get out of my car too easy. That's funny. Who else will get out of the car? Obed, will you get out of your car and go knock on his window? This guy here, guys, NZEJPY, it's currently just accumulating. What's very interesting about this, guys, there's some downsides here possibly in this specific sense or case. And the reason why I'm saying that it could be a bit of downside here, I'm looking at the higher time frame. Hold on for me 1 second. I just want to see if I'm missing anything here. I'm just seeing if I'm missing something here. There, can you guys see the zone here? Let's quickly go back and see what is happening. There. Let me show you. Can you see that high there? See that high there, Therese? Look at the rejection right there. That's what I'm saying. I think there's still some more downside here. All right. Now, Ash, when you say downside, I'm saying that this rejection could pan out, because if the rejection does not pan out, 92 is our area, right? But we got to cut it in half. All right. Hold on. Now look at this. If I drop down, can you see from there to there, 87, brilliant. But what we would need first is for price to break. Let's see if we can find the area. It's currently literally, Teresa, sitting at that zone there. Can you see that? Did you notice how my voice went a little bit quiet there, Mr. H, Kimmy? Did you notice that? You know why? That's when the obsession comes out. You know, that's when you go with quiet. You're like, you know, let me. All right. So if we get a daily frame to close above here, that is 200 pips. That is beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? So now, to all my scalpers, where's my scalpers? Let's crack this one in half as well. I saw about 5 ways that you can crack an egg. Isn't that amazing? 5 ways you can crack an egg, or you can open it up. Isn't that amazing? And then they say there's only one way to trade a chart. Amen. You know, to all my scalpers here. Where's my scalpers? If you're trying to go in earlier. All right, here they are. Here's the scalper. When I go to a 1 hour chart, can you see from there to there? So let me just take this off. Can you see this here? From there to there. But now this is the upside. That's over 100 pips. That's the upside. But I said to you guys, we could be seeing some downside here, isn't it so? Remember that? So let's deal with the downside part. And you can see all of these are red. I'm now going to deal with, look how I'm color coding. I'm going to use yellow now for all the downsides so that you can distinguish between, to say, listen, if I'm going to go up, what levels am I looking at? And if I'm going down, what levels am I looking at? All right. So I showed you already when you zoom in. All right, hold on. I'll show you again. There was the resistance. We rejected there. So the next area for us to go down, let's watch it now. Can you see that zone there? Let me change the color. This is now looking at downside. Can you guys see the yellow though? Let me just make sure. Can you see the yellow? You can. Or should I make it black? If I make it black, it's going to look better, right? How's that? That's much better, right? Okay, here we go. So look at this. There's the first area, 82. So after that zone there, that rejection, 82, right? Let's use another area here now. Watch. Down, down, down. That's 80. Nope, there. Can you guys see that zone there? Let's just quickly highlight them. Hold on. Because if we highlight them, it makes it easier to see. There. So you can see from where price is now, these two zones are pretty important, which we've highlighted there at 79. So 82 and 79. Okay, so now that we have it, let's go down, let's dig down. Look at that. So from there to there, let's do, if we're getting downside now we're dealing with downside. Remember, I'm showing you the plan to say, guys, look at it, whichever way it reacts, you're ready. Does that make sense? Overall, we're seeing rejection, so we're expecting a bit of downside, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. But if it does, we're ready anyway. We are ready anyway. So that's the zone we want to take it to. All right, from a 50% perspective, that's 83. Look where it's linking up. Look where it's linking up. It's linking up here. Can you guys see that? So from there to there is 145 pips. It's linking up there. That's if we get the downside. It's also linking up here, Henny. Look at this. Obed, Alrich, V. Look at the accuracy here. 83.790. And then obviously beneath, all right, 82.332. 82.332. That's the ultimate area to possibly go to. Let's see if it links up anywhere. It links up there. Look at that, 79 right there. Absolutely stunning, man. So please, two areas. If it goes up, this is the zone. If it goes up that we deal with, I'll make it red. All right. And if we're going to go down, I'll make this one green because the black you're not going to see. All right. I'll make this green because the black you are not going to see. So let's be smart about that. That's what you're working with. Is everybody clear here? Everybody clear? All right. All right. Let's move. We've got a couple of minutes. Brilliant, brilliant. Nail, all the best with the load shedding. Guys, isn't it stage 4? Stage 4, right? GBP AUDs next, stage 4. How many years did they say we're gonna have load shedding? How many years still to come? Isn't it 10 or 15? Maybe I'll be in Australia that time, you know. Did you guys see the influx of people that's going to Australia? Did you guys see that? A lot of South Africans. See you, Annie. All the best, all right? GBP AUD. Look at the rejection here. Guys, we could see some more downside here. Can I do something with you here? 15 minutes. Let's do something here. Please make a note. All right, so here we have, let's look at where the majority of the money is. The majority of the money is hold on. It looks pretty equal, but now that you color it in, which one is more? Exactly. So there's more what? Is there more sellers in here or buyers? It's more sellers in here. Can you see that? There's more sellers in here, the red space is bigger. And remember, the color reveals that. Is everybody with me there? The color reveals it, because if you look at it like this, it looks pretty even, right? But the moment you put the color there, you see it. So we are south. There's the apex. So we're looking for possible short here, a short 2. Okay, so let's do this. Hold on. Can you guys see this zone here? That was already violated there. Can you see it? That area was already violated. Can you see it? Where was it violated? There. All right. So now we got to go and find another zone, which is the next one down here. This is not a long-term trade, guys. Let's see if we can find the bottom of this here. The bottom there. That looks better. So if you're going to take this trade would be on a shorter time frame, which means you need a 30-minute at least, all right, to close beneath there. Then you short it down. Can you guys see that? From there to there is about 64 pips. Can you see that? So this is a short-term trade. Unless you want to take the chance of shorting it now. You can short it if you want to, but we are still in the triangle. Does it make sense? And it's rejecting there every time. So if you go in, understand you're going and you're selling in a rejecting state. So you want to sell in a follow-through state. Can I say that again? You don't want to sell or buy in a rejecting state. You want to in a following state. You can do it like that. There's guys that do it. That's for sure. But if price rejects it and it keeps going up, then what? Then what? So let's just do some risk and reward so I can prove it to you and show you why it's so dangerous to do it in a rejecting state. Because let's say we put our stop loss there, we take our take profit, and we go 1.77851. Brilliant, 91 pips, right? Is everybody with me here? So look at this. That is a 1-to-2 ratio. Now, this is the problem. If you sell it now, can you see how price, if it rejects and it goes up, hits your stop loss? Can you see that? And then we see this happen. Do you see that? And we don't want that. So what we would like is price to come down and close beneath. Do you see that for us to take it further down? Everybody clear with what I just mentioned? Guys, I think this was a pretty straightforward recap, but is everybody understanding the concept behind, listen, I don't just get into the market. There's times when I need to wait, I need to correlate, I need to know what's happening around the world. Don't forget the dollar. If I go back to the dollar, let's just maybe close up with that one there. If we go back to the dollar, now look at that now. Petro, do you see what I mean? So you go in for, so technically now, what do you think is happening to gold here? Technically, by default, what should be happening to gold? Gold should be moving up technically. All right, so let's go and see. And this is now, you see what I'm actually loving about this session, what we have just done here. This is real-time proof and analysis. Does that make sense on what is happening with the correlation? It's not the next day. Oh, guys, look, the dollar went down and gold went up. I mean, that's easy to look back and say that's what happened. This is real-time stuff now. Does it make sense? Is everybody clear? We are in the field, so let's go to gold. By default, gold should be going up now. Gold should be going up. V, I'll still go to the German 30, okay? Look at gold there. It's still in a bullish state. Can you guys see this? Is everybody clear? Look how it's gone up there on the 15-minute. Please, please be careful. There could still be some upside here. All right. Look at that. Look at the rejection there. All right. Let's go to the German 30 for V. V, I'm still seeing the downside there, man. It's just taking its time. Look at these candles begin to bunch up now. Look how they're bunching up. Can you see that, V? Look how they're bunching up. All right. So the next area that I want you to watch, can you see there? We in the zone here. So if I go to the 12-hour, we're currently there now. So please make a note of that. There, we're there. So we're tracking it. Now, what can happen? It can actually resist right there. This just becomes another lower high. So just be careful, your V. All right. This could be a lower high. If you go in now and price rejects and comes down, you're in trouble. All right. So let's monitor it there. Only if it breaks the zone here, then we're looking at those two zones there. But for now, we're here. Okay. You with me? In good profits. Beautiful, man. Let's give V a round of applause, man. All right, guys. So, guys, tomorrow, Roger will be with you guys. As it stands, if there's any changes, I'll be with you. Are we together, guys? If. It depends. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. Everybody clear with that? Once again, great recap. Great recap. If I could take it higher. You see, if you're going to take it higher, then you need to be specific. You take it higher. That's the thing. If you're going to take it higher, the area that I would say to you is safe. Word safe very loosely. There, 13315. All right, so that's safe. I'm using it very loosely here. It's very casual. That word safe. All right, everybody clear? I'll see you guys. If Roger's not back tomorrow, I will be with you. All right, you made your target. Oh, okay. Does it work? Does it work? Beautiful. All right, so you keep applying it. And remember, it doesn't have to be every day. You can skip a day. Skip a day sometimes. All right? Because if you apply it every single day and you see for a whole week, for the 5 days, I made my target. The next week, let's say the fundamentals don't work with you. Then it goes the opposite. So you see, you've got to be selective. So always look for quality setups. All right, Kim? Quality setups. You're not just going into anything. It has to be like a 80% probability that you can make that $50, that $100, so when you do that, it becomes brilliant. But guys don't look at ratios like that. You know, they'll be like, no, it's just a $20. Let me just put it in. Quality setup, 80% probability, because I've looked at my support, I've looked at resistance, I've looked at trend lines, I've looked at indicators, I've looked at pivot points. It's all giving me an 80% probability to make that 25 rand. And that might seem stupid to other guys out there, but you know what you're doing. See, you are different because you have the why. You have the why. And the guys out there, they don't have the why. All right. They don't have the why. All right. So if Raj, again, guys, is not here tomorrow, I will be with you guys in the morning. All right. Have a good evening, good people. Brilliant sessions today. Loved it. You guys were great. 9:30 tomorrow if Raj is not back. All right. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.